Harrison County High School baseball. I'm Jim Swinford coming to you from the Hilltop here on Mac Whitaker Field, where tonight the Thoroughbreds will take on the Greyhounds of Paris. These two teams played each other back in March, and specifically March the 26th, with Harrison County winning easily over at Paris, 21-3. It's also senior night here at the Hilltop. Cooper Slade, Blake Green, along with Simon Jenkins and Donovan Walker, along with Sean Vaughn and Greg. Harrison County 25-4. First pitch is going to be up high for ball one from Harrison County starter Simon Jenkins. Simon pitching for the first time since he threw against Newport Central Catholic a couple of weeks ago. Next pitch is swung on and missed as the count goes to 1-1. Jenkins making his 8th appearance, his 7th start. He's thrown 31 in the third inning so far this year. As the next pitch is a bouncer gloved by Hopkins, who had to go to the top of the ladder to bring that one down, but didn't make a good play for out number 1. So 1 up and 1 down. As the left fielder, I had Angel Lefebvre. So Lefebvre at the plate. Just continuing on with Simon's numbers on the year. He's given up 33 hits and 10 walks while striking out 20. He's given up 12 runs, 8 of which have been earned. Has a record, a perfect record of 6-0, and a really nice ERA of 1.79, and opposing batters are hitting just .260 against him. Lefebvre waits on the pitch. This one is stroked into left field, but there waiting on it is going to be Martin for out number 2. So quickly, 2 up and 2 down here in the top of the first. Landon Brown to the plate now for the Greyhounds. Brown on the season, averaging .443. 7 doubles, a triple. He also has 18 RBIs and leads the team in runs scored with 49, which is actually tied for 9th most in the state. First pitch to him from Jenkins is going to be a little high for ball 1. Defensively for the Thoroughbreds, Napier's behind the plate with Jordan Persinger at first and Slade at second. Hopkins at third with Green at short. So the next pitch is bounced back up the middle for a base hit. Left to right in the outfield, Martin Vaughn and Walker. As a 2-out single by Brown keeps the inning going for the Greyhounds here in the top of the first. They'll bring Will Wilson, the third baseman, to the plate. He wears the number 17. Will Wilson, an 8th grader, batting .200 on the year, but he does have a home run to his credit. He's also driven in 10. Over at first base, Brown will be held on by first baseman Jordan Persinger. Here's a throw to first, but not in time. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful day for baseball here on the Hilltop. Temperature probably mid-70s or somewhere thereabout, and just fluffy, non-threatening clouds in the sky. Next pitch is taken for a strike. Here goes the runner, and we got him. Although it looked like that Slade dropped the ball at the last second, and now the field umpire is being informed of that very same thing. So a stolen base by Landon Brown puts a runner in scoring position for the Greyhounds. 1-0 the count to Wilson at the plate. A look back at second by Jenkins, and the pitch is going to be sent into center field. Going back about 4 or 5 steps is Vaughn. He'll catch it for out number 3. No runs, a hit, no errors. 1 man was left on base. So we head now to the bottom of the first. Your score: Paris nothing and Harrison County coming to bat. You're listening to Thoroughbred Baseball on WCYN Sports.
Congratulations. You're officially an agent.
Sweet. I get one of those cool agent names, right? Like Viper or Shadow?
Well, Wayne, we're thinking you go by Wayne?
Oh, yeah. Wayne's fine, too.
With Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance, there's an agent in every county who's involved in the community, which means you'll know your agent by name. In this case, Wayne.
I got it. What about 006?
Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance. Big on commitment.
Dreaming of the perfect home? Whether you're buying, selling, or just exploring your options, Palmer Hampton Realty is here to guide you every step of the way. Located in the heart of Cynthiana, we know this community like no one else. From charming historic homes to modern dream properties, we'll find the perfect fit for you. Call Trish Jenkins today at 859-588-5590 and let's make your real estate dreams a reality.
Alrighty, back here at the Hilltop, Harrison County will be betting against the pitcher for today for Paris, Nikolai McKee. Taking a look at the batting order for the Thoroughbreds. Cooper Slade leads off. He's over at second base. Sean Vaughn, the center fielder, bats second. He'll be followed by the shortstop, Blake Green. In the cleanup spot will be the right fielder, Donovan Walker. He'll be followed by Dre Roberts, who's DHing today for the left fielder, Easton Martin. The sixth place batter is the pitcher, Simon Jenkins. He'll be followed by Jordan Persinger, the first baseman. Batting eighth, the third baseman, Ian Hopkins. And rounding out the batting order for the Breds today will be the catcher, B.J. Napier. Defensively for Paris, Samuel Wilson is behind the plate with Braylon Crow at first and Sam Morris at second. Will Wilson is over at third with Bryson Francis at short. Angel Lefebvre, Landon Brown, and Juan Robledo left to right in the outfield for the Greyhounds. Backing up the pitching of Nikolai McKee. McKee on the year, making his 9th appearance, but only his second start. He's thrown 9 innings altogether, giving up 11 hits and 9 walks while striking out 6. He's given up 19 runs, 13 of which have been earned. Has a record of 1-1 with a save and a 10.11 earned run average. Slade at the plate awaits the first pitch from McKee. Here it comes, and it's blasted to left field. Going back to left fielder, and it's going to be off the fence on a hop. Slade trucking towards second base, and he'll be in there sliding with a leadoff double on the first pitch he sees. For Slade, that will also lengthen his hitting streak on the year to 15 games in a row. Getting that out of the way early. That'll bring Sean Vaughn to the plate. Vaughn batting .276, a couple of doubles, a triple, and 8 RBIs. First pitch, swings that, hits into left center field. It'll drop in front of the center fielder for a base hit. Now as the ball comes back into the infield and nobody's paying attention, down to second base will go Vaughn. So runners on second and third, and nobody out for the Breds here in the bottom of the first. So a single to left center. Now I'll bring Blake Green to the plate. McKee gets the sign. And the pitch is going to be just a tad bit outside for ball 1. Breds trying to dent the scoreboard here early. They've scored in the first inning in 11 of their last 12 games. Always getting a good start. Next pitch is going to be inside. This count goes to 2 balls and no strikes on Green. Green on the season, batting .372. Team leading 9 doubles, 4 homers. He also has 18 RBIs and has walked a team high 20 while stealing 19 bases. Next pitch will be out of the strike zone and run the count to 3-0. Runners on second and third. Nobody out here in the bottom of the first. Next pitch is going to be a pop-up on the right side of the infield. Calling for it in foul territory will be the first baseman, Crow, for out number 1. So those runners still at second and third brings Donovan Walker to the plate. Walker playing his customary right field. On the year, having a great year. Batting .383. 8 doubles, a team-high 10 home runs, which is tied for 4th most in the state. He's also driven in 46, which is also 4th best in the state. From the stretch, McKee. And his first pitch to Walker is blasted to right center field. This is a no-doubter as it goes out of here right over the A-action sign in right center field. A 3-run home run for Walker, his 11th of the season, and he now has 49 RBIs as well. Yeah, that was no doubt from the time that he took a swing. Like I said, sometimes that bat just sounds good. when the ball makes contact, and that one sounded good. So the 3-run homer to right center field gives Harrison the big lead. Dre Roberts to the plate now.
Number 35, Dre Roberts.
Roberts batting .349 with 4 doubles and a home run himself. He's also driven in 17. One of the 6 seniors honored prior to the game tonight. McKee looks in to get the sign from Wilson. And the pitch is going to be a little blooper into center field, and it's going to drop in between 3 different Greyhound defenders for a base hit. He couldn't have thrown that ball out there any better than that. So it's between left, center, and short. So with Simon Jenkins to the plate now. Simon pitching today for the Breds. From the stretch, the pitch is a fly ball into center field. Landon Brown is there waiting on it and will make the grab for out number 2. So with 2 outs, a runner on first base. Jordan Persinger will come to the plate. Jordan on the season batting .356. 7 doubles, a couple of home runs. He's also driven in 26. Over his last 4 games, Jordan Persinger has driven in 9 runs. He's also on a stretch of getting on base in 13 games in a row as the first pitch is taken for strike 1 from Nikolai McKee. McKee takes a look over to first base to see where Roberts is. And the pitch is going to be outside. This count goes even at 1 ball and 1 strike. As a team, Harrison County has driven out 26 home runs, which is second most in the state. They've also collected 240 RBIs, which is tied for 4th most in the Commonwealth as the next pitch is fouled out of play. Count goes to 1-2 on Persinger. Jordan Persinger wears the number 17 on the back of his jersey. Stands in there and awaits the next pitch. Here it comes, and it's going to bounce up and hit Jordan, giving him a free pass down to first base. For Jordan Persinger, that is the team-leading 9th time he's been hit by a pitch this year. That'll bring Ian Hopkins to the plate. Hopkins, the 3rd baseman for Harrison County.
24, Ian Hopkins.
Peering into his battery mate Wilson is McKee as he looks at the runners. 2 outs in the inning, 3 runs in on the 3-run homer by Walker as the next pitch is outside and low for ball 1. Hopkins on the season, batting a solid .360, has 3 doubles, a triple, and 4 home runs to go along with his 17 RBIs. Here's a bouncing ball through the hole between short and third, rounding third and heading for a home. Here comes Roberts. He'll make it. RBI single by Ian Hopkins puts Harrison County up 4-0 here in the bottom of the 1st inning. All right. For Ian, that is his 18th RBI of the season.
Now batting, number 30, BJ Napier.
BJ Napier to the plate now. Catching today as he does about 75% of the time. Napier on the season has gotten his average up to .254. 7 doubles, a homer, and 23 RBIs. Next pitch is going to be a little bit low as the count goes to 2 balls and no strikes on Napier. Breds have batted around here in the bottom of the 1st, scoring 4 runs and still threatening with runners on 1st and 2nd. Next pitch is going to bounce up there. Nice snag by Wilson, Samuel Wilson, to catch that ball. This count goes to 3 balls and no strikes on Napier. Look for him to be taking all the way on this pitch, I'd say. McKee from the stretch. And the pitch is way outside for ball 4, and that'll load the bases with thoroughbreds as we go back to the top of the order. The Cooper Slade, but first, a visit to the mound, and that is going to be the end of the day on the mound for McKee. So while we have a new pitcher come in and takes his warm-ups, Your situation is this. We are in the bottom half of the first inning. Harrison County already leads 4-0. They've got the bases loaded in 2 outs. You're listening to Thoroughbred Baseball on WCYN Sports.
At Farm Credit Mid-America, we're here to make rural dreams a reality. Whether it's financing your farm, expanding your agribusiness, or building your country homes, we've been proudly supporting farmers and rural families for over a century. As a customer-owned cooperative, we don't just offer loans and insurance, we invest in your success. Call Michael Furnish at 859-254-2741 or visit fcma.com today. Farm Credit Mid-America, financing rural America's dreams.
Kentucky Farm Bureau agents wear a lot of hats. They're coaches, volunteers, church members, neighbors, someone who's there when you need them, especially when you need them most. That may be a lot of hats, but they're all the perfect fit. Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment.
On for the Paris Greyhounds will be Bryson Francis taking over for starter Nikolai McKee, who got through the lineup once but taken out after 4 runs scored. Taking a look at the numbers this year for Bryson Francis, he's a freshman making his 4th appearance, all 4 in relief. He's so far pitched 4 innings, giving up 7 hits and 3 walks while striking out 2. He's given up 11 runs, 5 of which have been earned, and has an ERA of 8.75. Well, they've been here for farmers since 1916, and they're here for you now, Farm Credit Mid-America. Contact Michael Furnish at 859-254-2741 and learn more about it. Slade doubled and scored earlier in the inning. Now stands in there with the bases all full up with thoroughbreds. First pitch to him is going to be low and outside for ball 1. On the season, Slade 2 for 3 with 3 walks when the bases are loaded, so he's been on base 5 of the 6 times he's been up in this situation. The wind and the next pitch is going to be outside again. This count goes to 2-0 on Slade. Breds 25-4. As we said, Paris having a good season at 16-16. It's been a while since they've been around 500 this late in the season. Next pitch is outside and low, which will run the count to 3-0. Unfortunately, they have to play Montgomery County in the first round of the 40th District Tournament. They've lost to Montgomery twice this year by scores of 11-1 and 17-1. Next pitch is outside for ball 4, and that will bring Jordan Persinger home with run number 5 here in the first inning for the Breds. And reloads the bases as well. They'll bring Sean Vaughn back to the plate. Sean singled and scored himself earlier in this inning.
Now batting, number 15,
Excuse me.
John Vaughn.
Vaughn standing very close to the plate. First time he's faced this pitcher. First pitch is going to be taken for strike 1. Bryson Francis does a little housekeeping around the rubber before peering in to get the sign from his battery mate Samuel Wilson. And the pitch is going to be up high. This count goes even at 1-1. Phillies taking the day off today. So next pitch is delivered outside and high. This count goes to 2-1. Got their schedule somewhere. A look at the runners on the bases, and the next pitch is swung on and missed by Vaughn as the count goes even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Just like the Thoroughbreds, the Phillies entering the final week of their regular season. Next pitch is tip foul into the mitt of the catcher Wilson for strike 3, and that'll be the inning. However, 5 runs crossed the plate for the Thoroughbreds. It was courtesy of 5 base hits. The big hit, of course, the 3-run homer by Walker. There were no errors, and the bases were left loaded. So as we head now to the top half of the second inning, your score, Harrison County 5 and Paris nothing. You're listening to Thoroughbred Baseball on WCYN Sports.
Dreaming of the perfect home? Whether you're buying, selling, or just exploring your options, Palmer Hampton Realty is here to guide you every step of the way. Located in the heart of Cynthiana, we know this community like no one else. From charming historic homes to modern dream properties, we'll find the perfect fit for you. Call Mary Todd Ashbrook today at 859-588-1520 and let's make your real estate dreams a reality. At Farm Credit Mid-America, we're here to make rural dreams a reality. Whether it's financing your farm, expanding your agribusiness, or building your country homes, we've been proudly supporting farmers and rural families for over a century. As a customer-owned cooperative, we don't just offer loans and insurance, we invest in your success. Call Michael Furnish at 859-254-2741 or visit fcma.com today. Farm Credit Mid-America, financing rural America's dreams.
A 5-0 lead as we head to the top of the second inning. It'll be Sam Morris, Braylon Crow, and probably somebody else, maybe not Nikolai McKee, who's scheduled to come up, since he's already been knocked out as the pitcher. First pitch is down low for ball one to Morris. Morris on the season as he swings and misses at the next pitch. Let's see here. He's a senior. The only senior on the team. Batting .241. Has 6 doubles and 23 runs batted in, which is second most on the team. The wind and the next pitch. And a strike. Tried to time my sneeze perfectly, but not quite. This count goes to 1-2 on Morris. Working quickly, Jenkins swing and a miss by Morris for out number 1. The first Joe Cochran at State Farm strikeout of the game for the Breds.
Now batting number 27, Branson Crow.
Braylon Crow comes to the plate. Crow, the first baseman. First pitch swinging, a bouncing ball. Room surface hop right to the shortstop Green. His throw to first base is in the dirt, but dug out by Jordan Persinger on a nice play for out number 2. That ball had a lot of English on it,
Number 3, Nikolai.
and maybe that was the reason that Green didn't have a fully charged grip on that thing, but still give Jordan Persinger all the credit for digging it out. So 2 up and 2 down. And coming to the plate now is number 30, Felix Breitschy, we'll call it. First pitch, bunts it in foul territory, but it's going to drop for strike 1. Last name is spelled Brychcy. Breitschy. Playing in just his second game of the season. That's why his uniform is fairly clean. Next delivery is swung on and miss as the count goes to 0-2. 5-0 Harrison County leads here on the Hilltop on senior night here in the top of the second. Next pitch is a slow roller past the mound, charging hard Green. Picks up, throws all in one motion, and gets the runner out for out number 3. Another Gold Star defensive play by the Breds. 3 up and 3 down as we head now to the bottom of the second. Your score, Harrison County 5 and Paris nothing. You're listening to Thoroughbred Baseball on WCYN Sports.
I believe in Kentucky.
I believe in Kentucky.
I believe in small-town values.
And mom and dad and the things they handed down.
I believe some of the best people in the world are farmers.
I believe in insurance that protects families, homes, and cars. I believe in always finding a way to do what you love. I am Kentucky.
I am Kentucky.
I am Kentucky.
Dreaming of the perfect home? Whether you're buying, selling, or just exploring your options, Palmer Hampton Realty is here to guide you every step of the way. Located in the heart of Cynthiana, we know this community like no one else. From charming historic homes to modern dream properties, we'll find the perfect fit for you. Call Katie Bowman today at 859-595-4234 and let's make your real estate dreams a reality.
All right, as we head now to the bottom half of the second inning, it'll be Green, Walker, and Roberts due up in this inning, and they'll be facing Bryson Francis, the pitcher for the Greyhounds. He came out in relief last inning when Nikolai McKee was not quite prepared to pitch today. Green pop up to first base when he came to bat back in the first inning. So getting a chance once again here,
Now batting, number 14,
leading things off. Francis gets the sign from Wilson, wheels and fires the first pitch, which is going to be taken up high for ball one. Harrison County has beaten Paris 71 games in a row coming into tonight's ball game. The wind and the next pitch is going to be outside as the count goes to 2-0. The last time that the Greyhounds beat the Thoroughbreds was back on April the 2nd of 1986 when they were still playing down River Road. Paris won that game 7-4. Squaring to bunt is Green, and he pops it up foul. This count will go to 2-1. Paris has had a pretty good season on the outer edges, as it might be said. They won 4 of their first 5. In fact, right now they're in a stretch where they've won 4 out of 5. They started the season 6-0, then went 6-15, and now, of course, the 4-1 record they've had in the last 5 games gets them to 16-16 as Green fouls off the next pitch, evening up the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Kyle Campbell in charge of the Paris Greyhound baseball team over the last several years. Break-even pitch is going to be high and outside as the count goes full at 3-2. Green stands in as Francis gets ready, winds, and the payoff is going to be a pop-up foul on the right side, but it's going to sail out of play. So Green stays alive in this plate appearance. I found the Phillies schedule. I knew I had it around here somewhere. Phillies lost back over the weekend to Meade County down at the tournament at Clark County, 1-0. Meade County at that time was ranked number 14. Phillies number 8 in the state. As the next pitch is outside for ball 4. So a leadoff walk surrendered to Green brings Walker back to the plate. Walker slammed his 11th home run of the year with a 3-run shot over the right center field fence, his first time up. He'll try to duplicate that effort here in this plate appearance as well. Over at first base, big time lead by Green, being held on by Braylon Crow. A look over there at him by Francis. Here goes the runner. The pitch is going to be a pop-up into right field. Robledo will give way to the center fielder, Landon Brown, and the throw to first, an attempt to double up Green, is not quite there in time, but the first out of the inning is recorded. They'll bring Dre Roberts back to the plate. Roberts DHing today for the left fielder, Easton Martin. He singled and later came around to score in the first inning. Trey wears number 35 on the back of his jersey. And the first pitch, here goes the runner. The pitch is outside. The throw down to second base will not be in time. So a stolen base by Green gets a runner into scoring position for Green, his team leading 20th stolen base of the year. He's only been caught twice. Roberts wheels the bat around. And the next pitch is going to be high and outside for ball 2. Roberts looks down to get the sign from Coach Whitaker in the third base coaching box. Vince Harris over in the first base box. So the next pitch is bounced over the mound, charging hard. The shortstop, Francis, his throw to first will not be in time. And on the play, coming home, will be Green. So Green scores from second base on the infield single by Roberts. That puts Harrison County up 6-0. Give him an RBI there.
Number 37, Simon Jenkins.
Simon Jenkins at the plate now. He had a fly ball out to center field when he came to bat before. Over at first base, Crow will be holding Roberts on. And here he goes. The pitch is going to be taken for a strike. The throw down to second base will not be in time. So a runner in scoring position once again for the Braves here in the second. They took advantage of it the last time we had this situation. Now let's see if Jenkins can deliver. And the pitch is going to be inside. The count goes even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Braves with 5 in the first and another in the second for their 6. Next pitch is slugged off the ankle of the pitcher right to the second baseman. He can't pick it up in time. Coming home to score will be Roberts on that hot shot back to the mound. This now makes the score Harrison County up 7-0. I think even a major leaguer would have had problems catching up with that hot shot. Give Jenkins a RBI.
Number 17, Jordan Persinger.
Jordan Persinger to the plate now. Jordan was hit by a pitch and scored a run in that 5-run first inning. Left-handed batter levels his swing. Here goes the runner. The pitch is taken for a strike and sliding in safely down at second base. Oh, no, they got him. Easton Reynolds sliding into the glove. So caught stealing for the second out of the inning. Also takes any runners off the base paths. 0-1 the count to Persinger. Next pitch is going to be inside. This count goes even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Wheeling the bat around, number 17. And the pitch is going to be up high again. 2-1 the count to Persinger. Like a good neighbor, Joe Cochran with State Farm Insurance is there. Are you looking for a new quote? Give Joe a call at 859-234-3813. Joe always supports the Braves and the Phillies. Next pitch to Persinger is going to be up high. This count goes 3-1. Braves trying to make short work of the Greyhounds, much as they did in the earlier game between these two over in Paris when Harrison County won 21-3. Next pitch is up high for ball 4. So the inning stays alive for Ian Hopkins. Hopkins, an RBI base hit when he came to bat before.
Now batting, number 24, Ian Hopkins.
Over at first, Crow holding Persinger on as the first pitch is in the dirt for ball 1 to Hopkins. Hopkins quietly having about as solid a season as you could have for a freshman. Next pitch is going to be outside and low. This count goes 2 balls and no strikes. Hopkins has some power that he really hasn't unleashed yet. Has 4 home runs, but you feel like he's just barely missed another time or two at least. The count goes to 2 balls and 1 strike. Next pitch is a bouncer to the left side and backhanding it deep in the hole of the shortstop, but there will not be a play anywhere. So runners on first and second now for the Thoroughbreds. Deep right hole. Making myself some notes.
Now batting,
BJ Napier to the plate now.
BJ Napier.
Napier walked his last time up. First pitch to him here is going to be outside. 7-0 your score. We're in the bottom of the second inning. Harrison County leading here on senior night. 6 seniors honored prior to the game. From the stretch, the pitch is going to be a fly ball into center field. Brown goes back on it about 5 steps, makes the catch for out number 3. But the Braves do pick up another couple of runs. They did it courtesy of 3 base hits. There were no errors, and there were a couple of runners left on base. We're heading now to the top of the third with your score. Harrison County 7 and Paris nothing. You're listening to Thoroughbred Baseball on WCYN Sports.
At Farm Credit Mid-America, we're here to make rural dreams a reality. Whether it's financing your farm, expanding your agribusiness, or building your country homes, we've been proudly supporting farmers and rural families for over a century. As a customer-owned cooperative, we don't just offer loans and insurance, we invest in your success. Call Michael Furnish at 859-254-2741 or visit fcma.com today. Farm Credit Mid-America, financing rural America's dreams.
Congratulations. You're officially an agent.
Sweet. I get one of those cool agent names, right? Like Viper or Shadow?
Well, Wayne, we're thinking you go by Wayne?
Oh, yeah, Wayne's fine too.
With Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance, there's an agent in every county who's involved in the community, which means you'll know your agent by name. In this case, Wayne.
I got it. What about 006?
Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance. Big on commitment.
Alrighty, back here on the hilltop. Harrison County up 7-0 as we head to the top of the third. It'll be the bottom part of the order for the Greyhounds coming up. Samuel Wilson, Juan Robledo, and then back to the top in Bryson Francis.
Batting number 23, Samuel Wilson.
Back on the mound for Harrison County. Jenkins trying to pick up his 8th win of the year today, which would tie him with his teammate Cooper Slade for most on the team. First pitch is taken for strike one by Wilson. Samuel Wilson on the year, batting just 200 on 8 out of 40. Here's a pop fly into shallow center field, but there to bring it home is Vaughn for out number one. Only one base runner's gotten on here in the first 2+ innings for Paris. That was a 2-out base hit by Landon Brown back in the first.
Number 21, Juan Robledo.
Juan Robledo at the plate, the right fielder. See here, Robledo on the year, just a 7th grader, batting .296. Swings at the first pitch and fouls it off for strike one. Reds will be back in action tomorrow on a big game, big game in the 10th region as Campbell County comes to town. Those two teams met each other in the regional final last year with Harrison County coming out on top. Next pitch is taken for a strike as the count goes to 0-2. That game against Campbell tomorrow is scheduled to be at 5:30. Then on Wednesday, as the next pitch is taken for a ball, on Wednesday we'll head to Erlanger to Lloyd Memorial to take on the Juggernauts at a 5:30 start. Then the Reds will finish up the regular season on Friday when they host Fleming County here on the hilltop at 5:45. Next pitch is swung on and missed for strike three. Another Joe Cochran at State Farm strikeout. That's a couple on the day for Jenkins. We'll go back to the top of the order and Cash Myers. So Cash Myers batting for Francis. Cash Myers in the third. Cash Myers, another 7th grader, batting .333 though, on 3 out of 9. Has 4 RBIs. First pitch to him is swung on and tipped foul for strike one. So a busy week this week for the Reds. Hopefully the weather will hold on so we can get these games in and get ready for the district tournament, the 38th district tournament being held at Nicholas County this year. The Reds will play on Monday as a part of a doubleheader. They'll play at 5:30 against Robertson County. That game will be followed by Pendleton County and Nicholas County playing each other. And then the championship game will be on Tuesday. I believe that game time is around 6 o'clock. Ball jumped up and bit our catcher. So he's trying to get his wits back to him. Napier looks into the dugout to get the sign. Home plate umpire asked BJ if he's okay. And he said, "Yeah, I'm good." All catchers say that. Wind, and the pitch is up high for ball one. Over at third base, Hopkins in on the infield grass for Myers. Next pitch is swung on and missed as the count goes to 1-2. Myers quickly steps back in and chokes up on the bat handle an inch. And the pitch is swung on and missed for strike three, and that'll be the inning. Another Joe Cochran at State Farm strikeout for the Thoroughbreds. 3 up and 3 down. We're heading to the bottom of the third. Your score, Harrison County 7 and Paris nothing. You're listening to Thoroughbred Baseball on WCYN Sports.
Dreaming of the perfect home? Whether you're buying, selling, or just exploring your options, Palmer Hampton Realty is here to guide you every step of the way. Located in the heart of Cynthiana, we know this community like no one else. From charming historic homes to modern dream properties, we'll find the perfect fit for you. Call Doug Hampton today at 859-588-7120 and let's make your real estate dreams a reality. At Farm Credit Mid-America, we're here to make rural dreams a reality. Whether it's financing your farm, expanding your agribusiness, or building your country homes, we've been proudly supporting farmers and rural families for over a century. As a customer-owned cooperative, we don't just offer loans and insurance, we invest in your success. Call Michael Furnish at 859-254-2741 or visit fcma.com today. Farm Credit Mid-America, financing rural America's dreams.
Up 7-0. A new pitcher on the mound for the Greyhounds as Sam Morris will take over for Bryson Francis. Take a look at Morris's numbers on the year. He is a senior, making his 6th appearance, his 3rd in relief. He's thrown 11 in the 3rd innings, giving up 9 hits and 7 walks while striking out 14. He's given up 7 runs, 2 of which have been earned. Has a record of 2-0 and a sterling ERA of 1.24. Imagine he'll get the ball to start against Montgomery County in the first round of the 40th District, which will be played at Montgomery County. As we mentioned, Montgomery County has beaten Paris twice this year by scores of 11-1 and 17-1. Both those games went 5 innings. If you look at the RPI ratings, Montgomery County and Harrison County at the top of the 10th region, right nose to nose. They're that close according to the RPI Digest. Cooper Slade will be followed by Sean Vaughn and then by Blake Green. Here in the bottom half of the 3rd inning. Slade has doubled and walked, scored a run and driven in a run. First pitch to him is going to be a pop-up into center field, a major league pop-up. Now the right fielder and the center fielder have miscommunications, and both of them run past the ball. So a double by Slade starts things off in a good way for the good guys here in the bottom of the 3rd inning on that tainted double into the left center field gap. Sean Vaughn to the plate now. Sean singled and scored in the first. He also struck out in that same frame. When Harrison County was putting 5 runs on the board, they've since put 2 more on there as well. First pitch is swung on and missed by Sean for strike 1. We're talking about the Phillies and their schedule coming up for the last week. Taking off today, they'll host Woodford County tomorrow. Woodford County, one of the strongest teams in the state, but having a tough time of it this year. This next pitch is swung on and missed for strike 2. That game against the Yellow Jackets will be at 6:15 tomorrow night. Then the Phillies on Thursday will go to Lexington to take on Bryan Station. That's a 6 o'clock start. Then on Friday, they'll go to Georgetown to take on Scott County. Next pitch is down low as the count goes to 1-2. Phillies will finish up their regular season with a triad this coming Saturday. They'll take on Franklin County at 10 o'clock in the morning. And then the opponent will be Fort Thomas Highlands at 2. So a chance to watch the Phillies play in the regular season this coming Saturday. Next pitch will be up high as the count goes 2 balls and 2 strikes. Down at second base, Slade takes his lead. Morris gets the sign from Wilson. And the break even is up high, running the count full at 3-2. Phillies will play Robertson County in the first round of the 38th District Tournament, with Pendleton County and Nicholas County playing each other on a doubleheader on Monday. They'll play their championship game on Tuesday as well. Next pitch is outside as the batter Vaughn gets a free pass down to first base. First and second, nobody out for Blake Green. Green walked and scored his last time up. He's also had a pop out to first.
Blake Green.
Runners take their leads. And the pitch to Green is swung on and missed. A shoulder-high fastball that Green went chasing after as the count goes to 0-1. Green once again will wheel the bat around. Make sure that kind of swing doesn't happen again. Next pitch is going to be way too high. This count goes even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Great day for baseball. Great crowd here watching the Thoroughbreds play as well. A pretty good contingent of Paris fans here also watching their Greyhounds play. From the stretch, the pitch to Green is going to be outside. This count goes to 2 balls and a strike. We'll talk about our tennis team and our track team and what's coming up for them here in the next couple of weeks as they've entered the postseason. Next pitch is going to be outside. The count goes to 3 balls and a strike. Down at second base, Slade takes his lead. He led off the inning with a double. Sean Vaughn at first. And the pitch is a pop-up on the right side of it's actually going to sail farther than I thought it would. And trying to make a diving catch was Robledo and just could not get there in time. Made a good effort, but he was also fighting the sun, which at this time of day is staring you right in the face. So he had a lot of stuff going against him. So we're going to give Green a base hit because that was just a plain old difficult play. So with the bases packed and nobody out, Donovan Walker returns to the plate. Donovan had a 3-run homer to right center back in the first inning. He's also had a fly ball out to center field. Walker on the season 3 for 6 with the bases loaded. First pitch to him is going to be down low for ball 1. Walker also a senior, honored prior to the game. His plan is to go to BCTC next year to further his education. Wheels the bat around, does the left-handed batter. And the pitch is going to be cued off the end of the bat. Chasing it down will be the pitcher, Morris. But all hands are going to be safe as there was just nowhere for him to go. So a very inside the infield hit by Walker. Didn't go more than maybe 70 feet, but it counts all the same. Puts Harrison County in the lead now, 8-0.
35, Dre Roberts.
Dre Roberts to the plate now. Roberts has singled twice, scored twice, and driven in a run. Roberts on the year with the bases packed, 1 for 3. As Morris peers in to get the sign from Wilson. And the first pitch to Roberts is going to get past the catcher, Wilson, and coming home to score on the wild pitch will be Sean Vaughn. Also on the play, the other 2 batters or runners on base will move up 90 feet. So runners on second and third. And a 1-0 count on Roberts. Next pitch is going to hit him in the shoulder. So Roberts gets on base for the 3rd time already in the game. For Roberts, that is the 2nd time he's been hit by a pitch this season. Now I think we're going to have another pitching change as the present pitcher, Sam Morris, was unable to retire a batter. So while that new pitcher takes his warm-up, your situation is this. We are in the bottom half of the 3rd inning. Harrison County leads by a score of 9-0. They've got the bases loaded and nobody out. You're listening to Thoroughbred Baseball on WCYN Sports.
Kentucky Farm Bureau agents wear a lot of hats. They're coaches, volunteers, church members, neighbors, someone who's there when you need them, especially when you need them most. That may be a lot of hats, but they're all the perfect fit. Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment.
Dreaming of the perfect home? Whether you're buying, selling, or just exploring your options, Palmer Hampton Realty is here to guide you every step of the way. Located in the heart of Cynthiana, we know this community like no one else. From charming historic homes to modern dream properties, we'll find the perfect fit for you. Call Ronnie Brown today at 502-542-1984 and let's make your real estate dreams a reality.
Crow, a junior, making his 7th appearance, his 5th in relief. So far this season, he's thrown 7 and 2/3 innings, given up 11 hits and 10 walks while striking out only 4. He's given up 18 runs, 14 of which have been earned, has a record of 0-3, and an ERA that only a mother could love, 12.78. As Crow continues his warm-ups by trying to find his catcher. Let you know that the Phillies 26-5 on the year. Gave you their schedule. Also, our individual tennis players, Sarah Combs and Kate Gasser, are competing in the regional finals tonight over at Mason County. They've already qualified for the state, but gosh, you'd like to win the region, so best of luck to those gals, Sarah Combs and Kate Gasser. The team tennis regional tournament starts on Thursday, and then the state tournament for tennis begins on May the 20th, which is next Wednesday, for both of those ladies, Sarah Combs and Kate Gasser. All right, here we go. Standing at the plate, Simon Jenkins. He's had an RBI base hit and a fly ball out to center. First pitch is going to get away from the catcher, and coming home to score on another wild pitch will be Green, as Harrison County's lead grows now to 10-0. Also on the play, the other two runners on base make their way forward 90 feet. So runners on second and third with a 1-0 count on Jenkins. Next pitch is popped up on the right side. First baseman has no idea where that ball is, and luckily for him, it bounces about 6 feet foul. So 1-1 the count on Jenkins. Reds up 10-0. 5 in the first, 2 in the second, and 3 more here in the third. From the stretch, Crow with the next pitch. It's going to be popped up on the right side. Once again, the first baseman having troubles. Luckily for him, the second baseman is paying attention, but now coming home from third and sliding in there into the tag will be Walker for the second out of the inning. So a double play of sorts, 4-2. Doesn't happen often. So caught stealing 4-2. So an inauspicious double play.
17, Jordan Persinger.
Jordan Persinger to the plate. He's been hit by a pitch, walked, and also scored a run. Paris defense, especially in the outfield, playing Persinger to pull the ball big time. First pitch is going to be taken on the outside part of the plate for strike one. From the stretch. The next pitch is going to be fouled off over to our left. This count goes to 0-2. At El Paracutin, daily lunch specials and the always popular buffet are calling your name. Plan to visit soon to the Harrison Square and enjoy a meal at El Paracutin. 2 outs, a runner on third for the Braves, trying to add on to their 10-0 lead. And the pitch is going to be inside for ball one. 1-2 the count to Persinger. Jordan batting .364 this season with 2 outs and runners in scoring position, which is pretty darn good. Next pitch is going to be on the outside corner. Really? For strike 3. Oh, well, that'll be the 3rd out. But the Braves do pick up 3 more runs. They had a couple of base hits. There were no errors, and there was 1 man left on base. We're heading now to the top of the 4th with your score. Harrison County 10 and Paris nothing. You're listening to Thoroughbred Baseball on WCYN Sports.
Congratulations. You're officially an agent.
Sweet. I get one of those cool agent names, right? Like Viper or Shadow.
Well, Wayne, we're thinking you go by Wayne?
Oh, yeah. Wayne's fine too.
With Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance, there's an agent in every county who's involved in the community, which means you'll know your agent by name. In this case, Wayne.
I got it. What about 006?
Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance. Big on commitment.
Dreaming of the perfect home? Whether you're buying, selling, or just exploring your options, Palmer Hampton Realty is here to guide you every step of the way. Located in the heart of Cynthiana, we know this community like no one else. From charming historic homes to modern dream properties, we'll find the perfect fit for you. Call Trish Jenkins today at 859-588-5590 and let's make your real estate dreams a reality.
Alrighty, back here on the hilltop, Harrison County has increased its lead to 10-0 as we head to the top of the 4th for the next 3 batters. Bryson Francis, Landon Brown, and Will Wilson will be coming to the plate against Simon Jenkins. Oh, new catcher in the game for Harrison County.
Number 40, Keaton Custard.
Keaton Custard, so pencil him in here. For over 70 years, Weber Sausage has delivered the best Kentucky flavor to your breakfast table. From the first sizzle to the last bite, it's a taste you can trust. Find them in your favorite meat department. The wind and the next pitch is going to be low. 1 ball and no strikes to count. And now the Braves are going to switch pitchers as coming in now will be Phelps. So while Jacob takes his warm-up tosses, your situation is this. We are in the top half of the 4th inning. Harrison County leads 10-0. You're listening to Thoroughbred Baseball on WCYN Sports.
At Farm Credit Mid-America, we're here to make rural dreams a reality. Whether it's financing your farm, expanding your agribusiness, or building your country homes, we've been proudly supporting farmers and rural families for over a century. As a customer-owned cooperative, we don't just offer loans and insurance, we invest in your success. Call Michael Furnish at 859-254-2741 or visit fcma.com today. Farm Credit Mid-America, financing rural America's dreams.
Kentucky Farm Bureau agents wear a lot of hats. They're coaches, volunteers, church members, neighbors, someone who's there when you need them, especially when you need them most. That may be a lot of hats, but they're all the perfect fit. Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment.
For Harrison County will be Jacob Phelps. So Phelps on the mound. First time that he's had a chance to throw since way back against Mason County back on the 22nd of this month, or that last month rather. Phelps on the season, find his numbers here, making his 3rd appearance, his 2nd in relief. He's thrown 5 innings. He's not given up a hit. Has walked 2, but has also struck out 4. Has not given up any runs or earned runs, and has a record of 1-0 and a 0.00 earned run average. So he's been in there and done pretty darn well for himself in just his first 2 outings here at the varsity level. Bryson Ferris will be, or Francis rather, Bryson Francis will be at the plate once we get back to baseball. Cynthia and Hardee's want you to visit them for breakfast, lunch, or dinner on US 27 South. They've got the best burgers in town. That's at Hardee's in Cynthiana. As we said, Brett's back in action tomorrow here on the Hilltop when Campbell County comes to town. Campbell's having another solid year as they have had for the last several. Be a good early test for both teams in anticipation of possibly, could be, maybe meeting again in the 10th Region Tournament. And if they were to do that, that game would be played right here. Harrison County hosting the 10th Region Baseball Tournament. The district tournament will be over at Nicholas County for the baseball teams. All right, we're ready to go now.
Now batting
As Phelps
Bryson Francis.
will be throwing to Francis. Francis, a fly ball to left field in his only other plate appearance. Phelps' first pitch is going to be down low for ball two. Francis stands back in. Outfield playing him fairly shallow. As the next pitch is delivered down low for ball 3. In his 2 2/3 innings of work, actually his 3+ innings of work, Jenkins did not walk a batter and just gave up 1 base hit. Next delivery from Phelps is way outside for ball 4. So a leadoff walk issued to Landon Brown, who got that lone base hit back in the first, shot back up the middle. Landon Brown, one of the best base stealers in the state of Kentucky. So far this year, he has 57, which is 3rd best in the state. Pitches down low for ball 1. He's only been caught 3 times. That's a 95 percentile of success. If Landon Brown gets on base, I almost guarantee you he's going to take off towards second. Also has a solid batting average of .443. Next pitch is in the dirt. Nice snag by Custard. This count goes to 2-0. Brett's up 10-0 here in the top of the 4th. Down at first base, Jordan Persinger holding the runner Francis on. And the pitch is a bouncer through the hole on the left side of the infield. So a walk and a single. But a runner in scoring position for the Hounds here in the top of the 4th. Coming to the plate now, Will Wilson. Wilson, a fly ball out to center field when he came to bat before. Waggles the bat over his right shoulder as Phelps peers in to get the sign. Takes a look back at second base at the runner Francis. And the pitch is going to be in the dirt. 1-0 the count to Wilson. Our track and field team will be involved in the regional tournament this coming Saturday at Bishop Brossart, probably at their new complex. Here goes the runners. The pitch is swung on and missed. The throw down to third base will not be in time. So runners on second and third for the Greyhounds, trailing 10-0, but threatening to get the goose egg off their end of the scoreboard. 1-1 the count to Wilson. Next pitch is a check swing. They will not appeal. Count goes to 2 balls and a strike. So anyway, best of luck to our track team participating in the regional track meet this coming Saturday at Brossart. Here's a bouncing ball past the second baseman and into right field. 2 runs are going to score, and the Greyhounds have narrowed the gap to 10-2 on the RBI base hit by Wilson.
Now batting number 4, Sam Morris.
Samuel Morris will come to the plate. He struck out his only other time at the plate. Over at first base, Wilson will be held on by Jordan Persinger. One of these runs given up in this inning will be applied to Jenkins' ledger. Here's a pop-up in the infield. Now a throw to first will not be in time. So P5 if you're scoring with it at home. 1 out now for Braylon Crow. Crow bounced out to shortstop his first time up.
Batting number 27, Braylon Crow.
Crow stands in. Phelps takes a look at first where Wilson is being held on by Persinger. And the pitch is going to be low for a ball. Russ Persinger now at second base defensively. And the next pitch, going to be down low again. 2 balls, no strikes to count to Braylon Crow. Just one senior on the roster for Paris this year, so a very young team. Next pitch is slapped into left field and will drop in there for a base hit. So 4 of the first 5 batters in this frame have gotten on base for the Greyhounds. They've already scored a couple of runs and threatening to score some more with just 1 out. Nikolai McKee to the plate. He grounded out to shortstop. But first, a trip to the mound by Coach Harris. And that'll be the end of the day for Phelps. So, let's see. Coming in to pitch for Harrison County will be Walker Courtney. So while Courtney warms up, your situation is this. We are in the top half of the 4th inning. Paris has scored a couple of runs. They've got 2 runners on base, and there's just 1 out. Harrison County, though, still leads 10-2. You're listening to Thoroughbred Baseball on WCYN Sports.
At Farm Credit Mid-America, we're here to make rural dreams a reality. Whether it's financing your farm, expanding your agribusiness, or building your country homes, we've been proudly supporting farmers and rural families for over a century. As a customer-owned cooperative, we don't just offer loans and insurance, we invest in your success. Call Michael Furnish at 859-254-2741 or visit fcma.com today. Farm Credit Mid-America, financing rural America's dreams.
Kentucky Farm Bureau agents wear a lot of hats. They're coaches, volunteers, church members, neighbors, someone who's there when you need them, especially when you need them most. That may be a lot of hats, but they're all the perfect fit. Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment.
New pitcher on the mound for the Thoroughbreds will be Walker Courtney. Courtney pitching for the first time since he threw against Bracken County way back on April the 18th, so about 3 weeks ago. Making his 5th appearance. All have been in relief. He's thrown 3 in the 3rd innings, giving up just no base hits. Has walked 2 while striking out 5 and has an ERA of 0.00, and because nobody's got a hit against him yet, opposing batters are hitting .000 against him. He'll be facing he faces his first batter, Nikolai McKee, to the plate. McKee, a ground ball out to shortstop his first time up. Runners at first and second. Courtney takes a look at him. Takes another glance. And the first pitch is going to bounce up there. Bounces away from Custard. And that will allow both runners to move up on, we'll have to give that one a pass ball. So things have gotten just a tad bit sloppy in this game. Not like the game down at Bluegrass United, which was a mess. This is just people have lost their focus because of the score. And it's senior night, which can be emotional. Wind and the pitch is going to be outside as the count goes to 2 balls and no strikes to McKee. A base hit here would cut Harrison County's present 8-run lead down to 6 probably. Courtney from the stretch. And the next pitch is going to be a slow roller past the mound. Russ Persinger throws it to Jordan Persinger to get the batter out. And coming home to score was Wilson. They say he didn't tag him.
Samuel Wilson.
So 10-3 your score, and they are going to indeed say that McKee got to first base safely. So runners on the corners with still just one out for Samuel Wilson. Wilson, a fly ball out to center field when he came to bat before. Now stepping off the bag. Left-handed batter is Wilson. And the next pitch is going to sail high for a ball. Cynthia and Hardee's wants you to visit them for breakfast, lunch, or dinner on US 27 South. They've got the best burgers in town. That's at Hardee's in Cynthiana. Next pitch is going to be taken for a strike outside. Now down to second base goes the runner, McKee, and the ball goes through into center field. Coming home to score will be Crow, and over to third base goes McKee. That's 4 runs in the inning now for Paris as they've cut Harrison County's lead down to 10-4. Well, the Bread's just like a bunch of Keystone Cops out there right now. One ball and one strike the count to Wilson. And the pitch is swung on and missed for strike 2. 1-2 the count. Couple of errors in the inning by the Thoroughbred defense have not helped out the cause any. So the next pitch is delivered and fouled off to the left side. The count will remain a ball and 2 strikes on Samuel Wilson, the 7th man to bat in the inning. 10-4 your score. Harrison County still up, but a potential run just 90 feet away for the Greyhounds. The wind and the pitch is going to be a little poke into shallow center field, and it's going to drop in between 3 different Thoroughbred fielders. Coming home to score will be McKee, and Harrison County's lead that at one time was 10 earlier in this inning is down to just 5.
Number 21, Juan Robledo.
So a single there. Texas Leaguer, left side. And Juan Robledo to the plate. Robledo struck out his first time up. Over at first, Jordan Persinger holding the runner on. So the first pitch is way outside for a ball. Robledo, the batter, just a 7th grader. Chokes up on the bat handle about an inch. And the next pitch is going to be slapped to the right side and into right field for a base hit. Coming up with the ball quickly, Coy, but runners on first and second for the Greyhounds on that dribbler through the right side of the infield. Back to the top of the order now, and Cash Myers. Myers struck out to end the 3rd inning. He's the 9th man to bat for the Greyhounds here in the 4th. 10-5, Harrison's lead as the first pitch is swung on and missed for strike 1. Well, you have a big, let's see, they've been here for Farmers since 1916, and they're here for you now, Farm Credit Mid-America. Contact Michael Furnish at 859-254-2741 and learn more. Stepping off the back of the rubber is Courtney. He's let all 3 of the batters who have faced him get on base. Glance at the runners at first and second. And the pitch to Myers is swung on and tipped foul into the mitt of Custard for a strike. Runs the count to 0-2. Just 1 out in the inning. Courtney trying to get his way out of trouble here. As the next pitch is popped up in the infield on the left side, calling for it. Oh, and the two thoroughbreds run into each other, and it's a fair ball. But the runner on second didn't realize that for Paris, and he just kind of froze there between second and third, and he's an easy out, which saves an error from being called on our team for just not paying attention. Communication, guys. Just say something. So the Myers gets on base. On it. Well, we got to give him an error. E1. But then Wilson is out 2-5. And now down at second base is Robledo. Reds just can't get out of their own way for some reason in this ball game. But Paris, they're not terrible this year. They've won 4 of their last 5 and are 16-16. Courtney checks the runners. And the pitch is going to be outside and high for ball 1. Shadows of the third base dugout starting to crawl across the infield here on the hilltop, making right field just a horror show to try to field because the sun is coming right at your face. Next pitch is outside and low. This count goes 2-0. If Courtney loses Francis, then I'd say he'll probably be lifted. The wind and the pitch is a little poke into right center field for a base hit. Another run for Paris is going to score. As coming home from second base will be Robledo. And the 6th run of the inning crosses the plate for Paris as they now trail just 10-6.
Number 5, Landon Brown.
Landon Brown to the plate now. They're not hitting the ball hard, but they're finding the holes all over our outfield. Dang. Landon Brown has singled twice, scored once. Picked up his 58th stolen base of the year as well. Pitch is fouled back for a strike as the count goes to 0-1. Boy, we didn't expect this kind of a score today here on senior night for the Thoroughbreds, but Paris not only hanging tough, but working their way back into this ball game. Next pitch is launched into center field, but it looks as though Vaughn will have a beat on it, and he will for out number 3. However, in the inning, 6 runs come across the plate for the Greyhounds. They did it courtesy of 6 base hits. There were 2 Harrison County errors, and as it ends up, 2 were left on base. So we head now to the bottom of the 4th, your score. Harrison County 10 and Paris 6. You're listening to Thoroughbred Baseball on WCYN Sports.
Dreaming of the perfect home? Whether you're buying, selling, or just exploring your options, Palmer Hampton Realty is here to guide you every step of the way. Located in the heart of Cynthiana, we know this community like no one else. From charming historic homes to modern dream properties, we'll find the perfect fit for you. Call Mary Todd Ashbrook today at 859-588-1520 and let's make your real estate dreams a reality. At Farm Credit Mid-America, we're here to make rural dreams a reality. Whether it's financing your farm, expanding your agribusiness, or building your country homes, we've been proudly supporting farmers and rural families for over a century. As a customer-owned cooperative, we don't just offer loans and insurance, we invest in your success. Call Michael Furnish at 859-254-2741 or visit fcma.com today. Farm Credit Mid-America, financing rural America's dreams.
Scores 6 runs in the top half of this 4th inning to narrow what was a 10-0 deficit to where they're only behind 10-6. For the Thoroughbreds here in the bottom of the 4th, it'll be Hopkins, Napier, and Slade scheduled to come up. Hopkins has singled twice and also driven in a run. Back on the mound for his second inning of work in relief, Braylon Crow. His first pitch is taken for a strike. Now all of a sudden we need some insurance runs. Who'd have thought? After beating this team 21-3 back in March. Here's a bouncing ball foul to the left side. This count goes to 0-2 on the leadoff batter for the Thoroughbreds here in the bottom of the fourth. Just a little bit of a breeze today here on the hilltop as the next pitch is inside. Runs the count to 1-2. Will not have an effect on a ball in the air for sure. Next pitch is way outside. That'll even up the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. The Reds 22-19 and last in the National League Central, 5 behind division leading Chicago. Here's a bouncing ball to third, scooped up by Will Wilson. His throw across the diamond in time to retire Hopkins, 5-3. So 1 up and 1 down. Coming to the plate now, B.J. Napier. Napier has walked and also had a fly ball out to center field. Well, they've been here for Farmers since 1916, and they're here for you now, Farm Credit Mid-America. Contact Michael Furnish at 859-254-2741 and learn more. So Napier back in there after he had been lifted when Harrison County had a 10-run lead. Now we need his bat back in there. First pitch is going to be a pop-up into foul territory and will sail out of play. At first it looked like that Braylon Crow might have a play, but it was a little bit beyond him anyway. 4 strike 1. The Reds did beat the Astros 2 out of 3 over the weekend. Tomorrow they'll be hosting Washington. The Nationals coming to town for a 3-game set. Next pitch is hit into right center field, falling quickly, and will go all the way to the fence. Going into second base. Hurry up, BJ! And he's going to be there in time. Should have slid, but he's able to get in there with a double. For Napier, that is his 8th double of the season. So a runner on second base, and make that 1 out. For Cooper Slade. Slade, a couple of doubles, a couple of runs scored. He's also driven in a run with a bases-loaded walk. Have a courtesy runner down at second base. I think it's Dawson Williams who's down there. And standing in there will be Slade. Reds leading 10-6 here in the bottom of the fourth. Long look back at second, and now a fake throw by Crow. Chases Williams back to the bag. Over in left field. Left fielder right at the base of the bank. Now time called. Coach Campbell coming out to the mound. And I'm not sure what he's talking about. The umpire is doing more of the pointing than Coach Campbell. Not sure what this is about. They keep pointing towards the stands on the third base side. I don't know if there's somebody causing a problem or... Oh, really? When did that happen? Ah. Okay, so one of the coaches got tossed, and when you get tossed, you don't get to stick around. And I think they have a problem with the guy who got tossed out leaving. So Coach Campbell is about to call over one of his coaches and tells him, "I'm sorry, but you're going to have to leave." So here we go. Back to baseball. Slade at the plate. A look at the runner, and the pitch to the plate is going to be inside for a ball. 1-0 the count to Slade, one of the seniors that was honored earlier. Slade stands in there. And the pitch is going to be outside for ball 2. Slade planning to go to the University of Kentucky next year to do some mechanical engineering. You have to be pretty bright to do that. Next pitch is up high. This count goes to 3 balls and no strikes to Slade. Had a lot of ME friends when I was at UK, and they worked their butts off every day. Runner takes his lead from second, and the 3-0 is sent on a line into left center field, and catching it will be the center fielder Brown for the second out of the inning. Chases the runner back to second. So with 2 outs, Sean Vaughn will come back to the plate. Sean has singled and walked, scored a couple of runs, and also struck out.
Now batting number 15.
Seems like it's been forever since Harrison County was scoring those first 5 runs in the first inning. It looked like they were just going to sail, and nope, Greyhounds have had something else to talk about. From the stretch, Crow, and the pitch is outside for ball 1. As we said, down at second base is Williams, Dawson Williams, running for Napier, who had that double. Next pitch is going to be a bouncer to third, past the third baseman and down the left field line. Williams will come in to score as Harrison County improves its lead back out to 5 at 11-6. Have to give that one an error. I know it's a hot corner, but you got to make those kind of plays. So E5, that's the first error of the ball game committed by the Greyhounds. Blake Green at the plate. He's been on base the last 2 times he's come to the plate. Walk and a single and a couple of runs scored. He's also stolen a base. Also had a pop out to first. Pitch to the plate's going to be outside for ball 1. Perez with 5 in the first, a couple more in the second. Tacked on 3 in the third, and a single run here in the fourth. So lots of crooked numbers up on that scoreboard. Next pitch is going to be on the outside part of the plate, evening up the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Over at first, Sean being held on by the first baseman. And the pitch is poked into right field, diving, and did he make the grab? Yes, he did. Nice diving catch that time by Robledo for the 3rd out of the inning. But the Braves do pick up a run. They did it thanks to a hit. There was 1 error and 1 left. So we head now to the bottom half. Make that the top half of the 5th inning. Your score, Harrison County 11 and Paris 6. You're listening to Thoroughbred Baseball on WCYN Sports.
I believe in Kentucky.
I believe in Kentucky.
I believe in small town values.
And Mom and Dad and the things they handed down.
I believe some of the best people in the world are farmers.
I believe in insurance that protects families, homes, and cars. I believe in always finding a way to do what you love. I am Kentucky.
I am Kentucky.
I am Kentucky.
Dreaming of the perfect home? Whether you're buying, selling, or just exploring your options, Palmer Hampton Realty is here to guide you every step of the way. Located in the heart of Cynthiana, we know this community like no one else. From charming historic homes to modern dream properties, we'll find the perfect fit for you. Call Katie Bowman today at 859-595-4234 and let's make your real estate dreams a reality.
Alrighty, back here at the Hilltop, Harrison County leading, but only by a score of 11-6. Will Wilson, Sam Morris, and Braylon Crow will be coming up for the Greyhounds. Meanwhile, Harrison County, just in case, have put Jenkins back on the mound. Jenkins the starter. Here's a bouncing ball to the left side. Oh, and it's muffed by Green. Good gosh, people. That's the fourth error of the ball game on the Thoroughbreds.
Now batting number 4, Sam Morris.
Sam Morris to the plate. He struck out and also popped out to third base. Better get our heads on straight before tomorrow. Campbell County's coming to town. If we play like this against them, we'll get beat by 20. Jenkins takes a look over to first base. And the throw is not in time. Breeze picking up just a tad bit. So the next pitch is swung on and missed for strike one. I think the weather tomorrow is supposed to be cooperative, much like today. A look over to first by Jenkins, and the next pitch is swung on and missed as the count goes to 0-2. Breds were rocking right along, leading 10-0 as we headed to the top of the fourth, but then Paris scored 6 runs to get back to within a 4-run deficit. Harrison County has advanced that back to 5. So the next pitch is taken for a strike. Here's a snap throw down to first, not in time. So another Joe Cochran at State Farm strikeout for the Thoroughbreds. They'll bring Braylon Crow back to the plate. He singled and scored in that 4th inning. He's also had a ground ball out to short. From the stretch, Jenkins with the pitch is swung on and missed for strike one. Breds come into this game having defeated Paris in 71 straight games. Short lead at first base by Wilson. Then we'll get caught at this juncture. So the next pitch is taken inside and high, evening up the count at 1-1. Like a good neighbor, Joe Cochran with State Farm Insurance is there. Are you looking for a new quote? Give Joe a call at 859-234-3813. Joe always supports the Breds and Phillies. Next pitch is going to drop in there for a strike. Nice pitch. This count goes to 1-2. 1 on, 1 out for the Greyhounds here in the top of the 5th. Paris had come into this game on a little bit of a stretch as the next pitch is swung on and missed for a strike, but going on down to second base with a stolen base will be Wilson. So another Joe Cochran at State Farm strikeout brings Nikolai McKee to the plate.
Now batting number 30, Nikolai McKee.
McKee is grounded out to short. He's also reached on an error. Came in to score a run as well. And the first pitch to him from Jenkins is fouled straight back for strike one. A new top 20 will be coming out tomorrow. Hopefully the Breds will be a part of that. Pretty sure that despite the loss to Meade County over the weekend, that the Phillies will still be in the top 10, if not the top 20. So the next pitch is swung on and missed. Ran the count to 0-2 on McKee. Down at second base, Wilson takes his lead after stealing his 28th base of the year. Here's a bouncing ball to the right side. Scooping it up and throwing on to first base will be Slade for out number 3. No runs, no hits. There was 1 error and 1 man left aboard as we head to the bottom of the 5th. Your score, Harrison County 11 and Paris 6. You're listening to Thoroughbred Baseball on WCYN Sports.
At Farm Credit Mid-America, we're here to make rural dreams a reality. Whether it's financing your farm, expanding your agribusiness, or building your country homes, we've been proudly supporting farmers and rural families for over a century. As a customer-owned cooperative, we don't just offer loans and insurance, we invest in your success. Call Michael Furnish at 859-254-2741 or visit fcma.com today. Farm Credit Mid-America, financing rural America's dreams.
Congratulations. You're officially an agent.
Sweet. I get one of those cool agent names, right? Like Viper or Shadow?
Well, Wayne, we're thinking you go by Wayne?
Oh, yeah, Wayne's fine too.
With Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance, there's an agent in every county who's involved in the community, which means you'll know your agent by name. In this case, Wayne.
I got it. What about 006?
Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance. Big on commitment.
Back here to the hilltop, Harrison County with an 11-6 lead over the Paris Greyhounds here in the final week of the regular season as we head down the home stretch before the district tournament starts, trying to pick up an extra win or two, get some tweaking done to both the pitching staff and also to the batters. And as we've seen, the defense needs a little work as well. Here in the bottom half of the fifth inning, it'll be Donovan Walker, Dre Roberts, and then Simon Jenkins going up against Braylon Crow, who will be beginning his second full inning of work in relief. Gets the sign from his catcher Wilson, and the pitch is going to be up high for ball one. Walker had that 3-run home run back in the first. He's also had a fly ball out to center field and an RBI single, getting home an additional run. His RBI total is up to 50 now as the next pitch is taken for a ball. Walker entered the game with 46 RBIs, which is fourth in the state, so hopefully maybe he'll move up in that category with those 4 RBIs today. Next pitch is taken outside as the count goes to 3-0. Might be an unintentional walk. And the next pitch is sliced foul and out of play to the left side. This count goes to 3-1. Along with the game tomorrow with Campbell County coming to call, on Wednesday we'll head up to Lloyd Memorial High School. You'll remember we beat Lloyd earlier this season by a score of 10-0 in 5. Now we'll play them up there. And then we'll play Fleming County here to end the regular season next Friday. Here's a pop-up into right field. The Sun playing tricks on the right fielder, but that right fielder, Juan Robledo, able to make the catch for out number 1. So coming to the plate now, Dre Roberts. Roberts has been on base all 3 times, DHing for the left fielder, Easton Martin.
Now batting number 35, Dre Roberts.
Has singled twice, scored twice, and driven in a run as well. Center fielder Landon Brown playing Dre to pull the ball. So first pitch is delivered, and it's going to plunk him on the hip. So a free pass for the second time in the ball game given to Roberts, who has now been on base all 4 times he's been to the plate. That'll bring Simon Jenkins to the plate. Simon flew out to center in the first, had an RBI single in the second. He's also popped out to second base. We are in the bottom half of the 5th inning. Harrison County leads by a score of 11-6 here on senior night. And as the sun goes behind the clouds, might be a good time to turn on the lights. His first pitch is delivered, taken for a ball, down to second base, and sliding in there safely will be Roberts. So Roberts with the steal as the count goes 1-0 on Jenkins. For Roberts, that is his 6th stolen base of the season. A look back at the runner by Crow, and the pitch is a bouncer past the third baseman and into left field for a base hit. Rounding third and now falling is going to be Roberts. So he made the turn too sharply, but he'll be able to get back to third base in time. But that'll put runners on the corners. That ball hit the lip of the infield grass and bounded over the outstretched glove of the third baseman, who looked like he was going to have a play, But because the ball hit the ground the way it did, he did not.
Now batting number 17, Jordan Persinger.
They'll bring Jordan Persinger back to the plate. Persinger was hit by a pitch and scored back in the first. He's also walked and struck out. Just one out in the inning. Jordan on the year batting .500 with runners in scoring position. And now facing a first and third situation. The battery talking about what they need to do should Harrison County try to delay steal or some such as that. Now that mini meeting is over. And Jordan Persinger will be at the plate. 11-6, Harrison County leads. With run totals of 5, 2, 3, and 1 here in this game, although they have not scored in the fifth yet. From the stretch, Crow. And the pitch is going to bound away from the catcher. Coming home and scoring easily on the wild pitch will be Roberts. So the Breds will up their run total to 12 and lead now 12-6. Also on the play on that wild pitch down to second base went Jenkins, or a courtesy runner. So the Breds get a little breathing room. 1-0 the count on Persinger. Next pitch is going to be a pop-up in the infield, calling for the shortstop. He'll make the play for out number 2. They'll bring Ian Hopkins back to the plate. Hopkins is singled twice, driving in a run. He's also had a ground ball out to third base. That RBI he got was back in the first when Harrison County scored those 5 runs. Check of the runner. And the pitch to Hopkins is going to be low for a ball. Hopkins batting .462 with 2 outs and runners in scoring position this year. Best on the team in the situation we're in right now. Next pitch is a pop-up on the right side, and it will drop out of play. This count goes even at 1-1. At El Paracutan, daily lunch specials and the always popular buffet are calling your name. Plan a visit soon to the Harrison Square and enjoy a meal at El Paracutan. Tapping the plate with his bat is Hopkins. Runner takes his lead at second. And the next pitch is swung on and hit back up the middle for a base hit. And it gets past the center fielder now. So at least 1 run scores, and Hopkins will head on into second base. And coming home to score was Bryce Coy. Harrison County's lead grows out to 13-6. We'll give Hopkins a single, obviously, driving in a run, and
Number 30, BJ
an error by the center fielder. And now it looks like the end of the day for Braylon Crow, at least on the mound. Change hasn't been made yet, but it has all the appearances of such, especially since the catcher is taking off his gear, which indicates to me that he's probably going to be coming in to pitch. But nothing has been done yet, so we're not going to take a break until something is done. Just a conversation going on the mound between the coach and his pitcher. And now that they see that the catcher, Samuel Wilson, has all his stuff off and is ready to start warming up, your situation is this. We are in the bottom half of the 5th inning. Harrison County has plated a couple of runs. They've got 1 runner on second base with 2 outs. Like I said, the score 13-6. You're listening to Thoroughbred Baseball on WCYN Sports.
Dreaming of the perfect home? Whether you're buying, selling, or just exploring your options, Palmer Hampton Realty is here to guide you every step of the way. Located in the heart of Cynthiana, we know this community like no one else. From charming historic homes to modern dream properties, we'll find the perfect fit for you. Call Doug Hampton today at 859-588-7120 and let's make your real estate dreams a reality. At Farm Credit Mid-America, we're here to make rural dreams a reality. Whether it's financing your farm, expanding your agribusiness, or building your country homes, we've been proudly supporting farmers and rural families for over a century. As a customer-owned cooperative, we don't just offer loans and insurance, we invest in your success. Call Michael Furnish at 859-254-2741 or visit fcma.com today. Farm Credit Mid-America, financing rural America's dreams.
Paris will be Samuel Wilson, who will take off his catching gear and go into to the mound. Taking a look at Wilson's numbers, he's another 8th grader. They're just very young. Making his 7th appearance, his 5th in relief. He's thrown 12 2/3 innings, giving up 29 hits and 18 walks while striking out 14. He's given up 34 runs, 26 of which have been earned. Has a record of 1-2 and an ERA of 14.37. He'll be pitching to B.J. Napier and then back to the top of the order. So the Reds have scored a couple of more runs. They've scored in every single inning. 5 in the first, 2 in the second, 3 more in the third. Scored just 1 run in the fourth and 2 more here in the fifth. First pitch to the plate is going to be outside and get away from the catcher. And we'll have to give that one a pass ball. And down to third base will go Hopkins. Tough time of day for pitchers and right fielders with the sun setting in the west. As the next pitch is going to be for ball 2. God help us if it starts setting in the east. Outfield playing. Napier pretty deep as the next pitch is high and inside. Count goes to 3 balls and no strikes on the Reds catcher, and look for him to be taking all the way on this next delivery. Next pitch from Sam Wilson is going to be outside, ball 4. So that'll put runners on the corners for the Thoroughbreds with 2 outs in the inning. Back to the top, and Cooper Slade. Slade has been on base 3 times today, a couple of doubles and a walk. Had a fly ball out to center field the last time he came to the plate. It is the bottom of the 5th. From the stretch, here goes the runner. The pitch is going to be taken for a strike, and the ball pops out of the catcher's mitt, allowing Williams, I should have told you Dawson Williams running, to go on down to second base. Let's see. Next pitch is going to be high and outside. This count goes to 1 ball and 1 strike on Slade. Runners take their leads, and the next pitch is going to be low and inside. This count goes to 2-1. For over 70 years, Weber's Sausage has delivered the best Kentucky flavor to your breakfast table. From the first sizzle to the last bite, it's a taste you can trust. Find them in your favorite meat department. Phillies back in action tomorrow night when they host shoot. That's why I don't find stuff. Host Woodford County. That's right. Woodford County coming in for a 6:15 start against the Phillies tomorrow night. 3-1 the count. And the pitch is way inside for ball 4. So Slade on base for the 4th time in the ball game. They'll bring Sean Vaughn back to the plate. Sean's had a big day, a single, a walk. He also reached on an air, scored a couple of runs.
Now batting number 15.
Makes a
Sean
strikeout
Vaughn.
in there as well. Bases are loaded with thoroughbreds. Sean Vaughn batting with the bases loaded this season for the first time. Swings and tips the ball into the mitt of Wilson for strike one. If Vaughn can get a hold of one, we can go home early. 13-6, Harrison County leading by 7. And the next pitch is going to sail high. 1-1 the count to Vaughn, the 8th batter in the inning. Cynthia and Hardee's wants you to visit them for breakfast, lunch, or dinner on US 27 South. They've got the best burgers in town. That's at Hardee's in Cynthiana. Poor Jake. Next pitch is going to drop in there for a strike. The count goes 1-2. Oh, I should tell about that part of it too. I'm glad you yawned, or else I would have forgot about the liner. Wind, and the next pitch is going to bounce away from the catcher, and coming down to score on the wild pitch will be Hopkins. So Hopkins makes it 14-6 as he scores on the wild pitch. We've had a lot of them today. Also on the play, everybody else moves up 90 feet. So the count goes to, or stays 2-2 on the batter. Next pitch, going to stay up high, loading up the count at 3-2. The live YouTube broadcast of this game is proudly brought to you by Kentucky Farm Bureau, Palmer Hampton Realty, and Farm Credit Mid-America. Visit youtube.com/WCYN Sports. And the payoff pitch is high for ball 4. That will reload the bases with thoroughbreds as the 9th man to bat in the inning will be coming plateward in the person of Blake Green. But first, we may be having another pitching change. And maybe still nothing definite until the ball is turned over from the pitcher to his coach.
Now batting
The catcher coming out as well to
Green.
have a similar conversation with the battery. And they may be keeping him in there for right now. For one thing, the Paris coach is telling his pitcher to calm down as he's come in and given up 3 straight walks. Now the home plate umpires had enough, and they're going to leave the pitcher Samuel Wilson in there, at least for right now, to pitch to Green. The live YouTube broadcast of this game is proudly brought to you by Kentucky Farm Bureau, Palmer Hampton Realty, and Farm Credit Mid-America. Visit youtube.com/WCYN Sports. Those Green stands in with the bases loaded. He's 1 for 3 with a hit by pitch with the bases loaded this year. So the first pitch is fouled back for strike 1. New baseballs delivered to the home plate umpire. And now we're ready to go. From the stretch, Wilson. And the 0-1 is behind the batter Green. And coming home to score will be Williams. And now the ball gets away, allowing Cooper Slade to score as well. So 2 more runs makes the score 16-6. And that means the ball game is over. So the Breds score on a wild pitch to start out with, but then coming home, Slade, he scored on the throwing error by the catcher. Breds win by a final score of 16-6. It wasn't that easy. Not near that easy, as Paris really made us work tonight. But in the end, Harrison County able to pull it out and improve on the season to 26-4, while Paris will drop 1 game below 500 to 16 and 17 on the season. And they will tomorrow be trying to get back to even when they host Bath County in a game that will be played over in Paris. We invite you to stay tuned now for our post-game show. We'll go over all the scoring and stats. We'll also have a chat with a member of the Harrison County coaching staff and name our Judy Construction Company player of the game. All that coming up after this timeout. But once again, from here on the hilltop on senior night, in a game that was called in the 5th inning, your final score, Harrison County 16 and Paris 6. You've been listening to Thoroughbred Baseball on WCYN Sports.
Feed your farm with Southern States Co-op in Cynthia.
Officially an agent.
Sweet. I get one of those cool agent names, right? Like Viper or Shadow.
Well, Wayne, we're thinking you go by Wayne?
Oh, yeah. Wayne's fine too.
With Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance, there's an agent in every county who's involved in the community, which means you'll know your agent by name. In this case, Wayne.
I got it. What about 006?
Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance. Big on commitment.
Dreaming of the perfect home? Whether you're buying, selling, or just exploring your options, Palmer Hampton Realty is here to guide you every step of the way. Located in the heart of Cynthiana, we know this community like no one else. From charming historic homes to modern dream properties, we'll find the perfect fit for you. Call Trish Jenkins today at 859-588-5590 and let's make your real estate dreams a reality. At Farm Credit Mid-America, we're here to make rural dreams a reality. Whether it's financing your farm, expanding your agribusiness, or building your country homes, we've been proudly supporting farmers and rural families for over a century. As a customer-owned cooperative, we don't just offer loans and insurance, we invest in your success. Call Michael Furnish at 859-254-2741 or visit fcma.com today. Farm Credit Mid-America, financing rural America's dreams.
Kentucky Farm Bureau agents wear a lot of hats. They're coaches, volunteers, church members, neighbors, someone who's there when you need them, especially when you need them most. That may be a lot of hats, but they're all the perfect fit. Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment.
Every inning, while Paris scored all 6 of their runs in the 4th. As we said, it was senior night, and all the seniors are here. We'll have a talk with them. And Donovan, you can either use the headsets or the mic, whichever one you prefer. So, yeah, it's fine right there. So, Donovan, senior year has been very successful so far.
Yes, sir.
How's it been?
It's been pretty good. Been up here a long time.
Yeah. Yeah, so this is your 6th year playing, is that right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Is there any game or any practice or anything that happened in your career that kind of stands out over everything else?
I'm not sure. I'd say the first round of region my sophomore year, facing Landon Silly from Mason County.
Oh, yeah.
That was a big game for me.
Yeah. We also lost that game.
Yeah, we did lose.
You're not supposed to have your most pleasant thought of the loss.
Yeah.
But that's okay, I understand. I understand you're going to BCTC next year, and what are you going to study?
Electrical technology.
You have to be smart to do that, don't you?
Somewhat. I don't know if I meet all the requirements, but I'll give it a try.
Yeah. Well, it's been awesome to watch you this year, getting all the home runs and the RBIs. And did it ever pass your mind sometime during the season, think, 29's not that far away?
Yeah, it definitely has, but I'm still a long way from that.
Yeah, but that's a good goal to have, though. And I'm sure that your dad, throughout the years, has given you a lot of practice counsel and on how to swing the bat and this kind of thing.
Yeah.
And probably still does right now.
Yes, sir. In the stands, he still does. Still look back sometimes. He's telling me what I'm doing wrong and how to fix it.
Yeah. Well, he's done a very good job as you're having a great year.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. I thought for sure that sometime we'd see more of you pitching out on the mound, but I guess that just never worked out.
Yeah, I don't want to mess the future up. So I'm just not even going to speak on that. But I haven't got in yet.
Right. So, well, if you do, you do. If you don't, you don't.
Yep.
Yeah. you'll still have a great career. Thinking about postseason play, is there one particular team that you'd like to beat more than anybody else?
I'd say Montgomery. We need that win back.
Yeah.
And when it counts.
I agree totally with you. And I hope they start that same pitcher again.
Yes, sir.
Because we let him get by with that.
Yep, we did.
We sure did. But like I said, it's been great, Donovan, and best of luck in college. And I know you'll do fine.
Yes, sir.
But just remember us here at the Hilltop next spring and come down. Those younger guys might need your help.
Yep, I'll be here.
All right. Thanks a lot, Donovan.
Thank you.
Donovan Walker, one of our seniors this year. Now we'll get Mr. Sean in here. And Sean, what were y'all doing out there today in the fourth inning?
The fourth inning,
just didn't seem like we could get anybody out there for a while.
It was just some guys that need a little bit more experience, I'd say. You know, they don't really get in that much. So sorry, though.
You still got a week left in the regular season, and obviously the postseason after that. What's the one thing that you can see that this team needs to really bear down on and get to perfection before we start those games?
I would say we definitely need more discipline at the plate. A lot of our guys swing at, some pretty bad pitches. We need to work on the curveball, hitting the curveball, and I think we'll be good after that. So.
Yeah, I'm glad you said that because I think that all the time. Yeah. Another thing that bugs me, and it probably bugs you too because of the answer you just gave me, when you're in there with 2 strikes, don't swing away. You just shorten your swing and try to bump it somewhere. Yeah. And you do a great job of that. How did you get to be so fast? You're probably the fastest guy on this team.
Honestly, it's probably because as a kid, all I did was play outside and just play tag and just run. And so, I don't know. I guess it's just more running make me faster.
I mean, you've run down some balls in the outfield that I didn't think anybody was going to get. There was one last year where you started out like where the flagpole is, and I swear you made it to catch a ball down the line. I'm still amazed at that catch. But you're going to trade school, I understand, and what are you planning to study there?
I'm not quite sure on that yet. I've had a couple of, I was going to do HVAC. I switched it, so I'm just still working on that, but I'll make up my mind eventually.
Yeah. If you do go into HVAC, you're going to make more money than the rest of these guys combined. You realize that, right? Because everybody's got to have their HVAC on.
Yep.
And the hotter the temperature, the richer you're going to get. Mm-hmm. Well, Sean, it's been great watching you play, watching you run, and you're just such a positive for this team as far as how hard you play out there. And I say just keep up the good work.
Yes, sir.
All right, Sean Vaughn, another one of our seniors this year as we pass the baton around. And talk to Drake Roberts. And Dre, the one thing is before we get any farther, it's all about the mustache, right?
Yep.
Yeah, it is. It's kind of like Samson, had the hair. Mm-hmm. Dre, you're like Samson if he had a mustache on.
Yep.
So how have you enjoyed your senior season?
I've had a lot of fun with these guys. Ended on a blast.
And I don't see how that you keep up with all the sports you play. I mean, how there's not that enough hours in the day, I wouldn't think.
I just love sports. That's all I gotta say.
Well, that's great. That's great. I talked to Sean about what he thought the team needed to get better at over the last week, and so after that, where do you individually think you need a little more help?
Definitely hitting, chasing balls, not getting good contact, stuff like that.
Yeah. So just to hit the ball harder, or just hit the ball, period?
Hit the ball, period, at this point, yeah.
Yeah, well, you've done great this year. Everybody's done great this year offensively. When the season first started, did you ever envision us being 26-4 at this point?
Yeah, I had a lot of confidence in us.
Yeah, well,
always.
Yeah, what did you see in this team that made you think that?
A lot of young kids stepping up for sure.
Right. Mm-hmm. Well, I know that they all talk about senior leadership, and you're one of them. When you were younger guy like a lot of the kids on this team, was there one particular player that kind of came over and put their arm around you and kind of led you along?
Yeah, Jacob Craycraft in my freshman year, and Bodie Muth.
Oh, yeah. Well, Bodie's obvious. Yeah.
Those two.
I just wonder that I would have thought that this year that somebody in the dugout would have picked up where Bodie left off, but y'all are pretty straight laced.
Yeah, I'd say we are too.
Yeah, or maybe Coach wants you to be that way. Well, Dre, it's been great watching you play, and to see, I wrote down notes because I knew I'd forget. Oh, you're going to UK, so all's good with you. Into engineering, which is pretty brave because it's hard.
Yeah, it is very hard.
Yeah, but that's okay because you're going to make a lot of money later on.
Yep.
All right, Dre, appreciate you coming by to talk with us, and congratulations on your senior season.
Thank you.
All right, we'll get Cooper Slade over here. And Cooper, I mean, what can I say? You've done great on the mound. You've done great at the bat. Infield, you've done okay. But you've got to be having a ball this year.
Oh, of course. I'm having the most fun I've had since I've played baseball my entire life.
Yeah, I mean, it looks easy from here because you make it look easy, but I'm sure you put in hours and hours and hours and hours of practice to make it look that way.
Oh, for sure. I dedicated a lot of everything I do to my coaches. They've pushed me, and they've just made me the player I am now.
Right. Now, does dear old Dad every once in a while give you a little advice?
Yeah, he usually waits till we get to the house so he doesn't have to embarrass me in front of all my friends and my coaches, but he likes to think.
Oh,
he
yeah.
can give you some advice. But
well, he was a decent ball player back in his day. Not as good as you.
I wouldn't even give him that.
No, you wouldn't give him that either. He might be listening, you know. But
I hope not.
I know that in reality, you got all your talent from your mom.
Yeah, that's for sure. That's for sure.
Yeah,
I think he knows that too.
Yeah. Well, you know better than I about that kind of thing because you see him at home. But where do you think this team needs to improve the most to get to our maximum ability going into the regional tournament?
As Sean said and Dre said, just our discipline at the plate is probably the biggest thing. We hit a lot of foul balls as well, just putting the ball in play and having solid contact. But our defense, I think our defense is almost as good as it can get.
Right.
So just the offensive side of things and hitting.
Except the Bluegrass United game, but we throw that out the window.
Yeah, we just won't talk about that one.
Yeah. But no, it's been great to watch you play, Cooper. And let's see, going to UK, another engineer?
No.
Oh, well. What are you going to study?
Finance.
Finance. Well, that's just as good. I work at a bank. You know, you can come in and swoop and take my job away from me. But, no, it's been just awesome to watch you pitch. And one of these days, in one of your starts here in the future, you're going to get that no-hitter.
Oh, I know. I was close my last outing, just one.
And you know, Donovan worked so hard to try to get to that ball, went full horizontal to try to catch it, and he missed it by about this much.
Yes, sir.
But now you're going to have some great games here in the near future, and we're going to need you because there's some tough pitchers out there.
Yes, sir.
All right. Thanks for coming back.
Thank you, Jim.
Cooper Slade, another one of our seniors. Now Simon Jenkins will come along here, and Simon, I've always wondered. Now I've talked to different teammates about you and your coaches and stuff, and they still haven't given me a good answer. So now that I've got you here, how do you keep so cool and calm all the time?
I have no idea. You probably don't see it, but I get pretty mad up there. Pretty excited. I try not to show any of it. It's all just trying to keep it hidden. Don't want to get the other team any ideas.
Yeah. I mean, have you been this cool and calm since like Little League?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Okay. Well, I can tell that just talking to you, it makes me feel calmer.
That's good.
No, but it's great that you have that ability because when you go out there and on the mound and are facing some tough batters, you don't want to be thinking too much about it or that kind of thing.
Just trying to have a clear mind. The more that I'm thinking about my emotions and showing myself, it just gets in my head, and that's why I try to keep as calm as possible.
Right. I wish there was a magic potion that you could give the rest of your teammates to do that very same thing.
I do too, but
it's just one of those things.
Just something's got to be taught, I guess.
Right. When you were younger and coming up through the system, was there a particular coach or player that kind of took you under their wing?
I can't think of anybody in particular. Maybe probably my cousin, Gunnar Cole.
Oh, yeah.
Me and him used to play wiffle ball or baseball on the weekends, whatever we could do.
Right. And you're talking about a total opposite from your demeanor, which is calm, cool. Gunnar was anything but calm and cool most of the time. But both y'all were effective with that type of personality, which makes the dugout a lot happier.
He had that that energy to jump on the ball, sprint to it in the outfield, and I've got that coolness to stay calm on the mound.
Right. I noticed you've picked KCU as the college you want to go
Yes,
to
sir.
play ball. What led you to want to go there?
It's kind of been a last-minute decision.
Oh, yeah?
Just the past couple of days, I've been talking to their coach, and he's been really interested in me, and we've talked on the phone, and we made it happen.
Oh, good. Very good. I mean, it's a good college. There's several. Well, you could talk to Jeff Kinney for one. He went there. It's a good place to go. Now, how is their baseball program? That's one thing I'm not real familiar about.
I know they play Lindsey Wilson, they play Transy, and I think they've done pretty decent
Pretty
against
well.
him.
Yeah.
Jacob Phelps is up there pitching.
Yeah.
Eli Phelps is up there
Okay.
pitching. And I don't know if it's because he's so new to the school, but he's been up there working. He's been pitching.
Okay. Have you talked to Eli about how things go at KCU?
I have not, but that is something I need to get to pretty soon.
Just not. You don't want to walk onto campus and have no idea what's
Yeah.
going on. that cool and calm demeanor might leave out the window if that
I hope
happens.
not.
But no, it's been great watching you, Simon. I mean, you are one of a kind for sure.
Thank you.
And we hope to see maybe 3 or 4 more wins. Be awesome.
I hope so.
All right. Thanks a lot for stopping by and talking to us.
Thank you.
All right. As we go through our seniors, and Blake Green is coming over now, and we'll talk to him a little bit. And Blake, I'm worried about keeping you away from people, so I'll keep it short. But now it's been great watching you play, not just baseball, but basketball and everything. And I asked your dad the other day when we were down at Owen County, I said, what are you going to do next year? He says, I don't know. So, but no, they're great supporters of yours, and even Lakin a little bit.
Yeah, right.
Although I'm trying to get her to play basketball. But
I know, she should.
She just won't do it.
Been on her about it.
Yeah. But, no, it's been great watching you play, Blake. You know, last year, I remember you going over to third base, taking ground ball after ground ball after ground ball after ground ball. What were you? What was your thought when Coach came over to you this year and said, you're going to shortstop this year?
I was ready for it. I was ready to take on the challenge. Moving from outfield to third base my junior year, I thought at first he was crazy, to be honest. But I worked and I got the job done, and I loved it. Now I'm at short, and I mean, just give all credit to Coach Whitaker and Coach Harris.
Yeah, just hours and hours of practice in
Right,
there. I mean,
right.
I'm amazed at how you can come up with the ball, get it out of your glove, and throw it almost all in one motion, and still make an accurate throw.
Yes, sir.
It's almost sidearm like.
Right.
Is that the way they taught you to do it, or is that just kind of the natural way that your body developed?
That's just kind of the way it developed. I mean, they obviously do want me to do that too, but it's just something natural to me.
Yeah, very good. Well, I'd like to talk to a couple of your teammates. Where do you see this team needing to improve the most over the next couple of weeks?
Exactly like they said, just plate discipline is a big one. Just some small things, like first pitch strikes. That's a big thing. You want to get ahead. But just little small things here and there.
Yeah. Well, it's been a great year. Great to watch you play, and best of luck at Edison, Pennsylvania. What led you to go to Edison, or want to go to Edison anyway?
Well, I know that Brian went up there last year and he played, and I think he enjoyed it a lot. And I've always wanted to play college ball since I was a little kid, so I just want to go experience that.
Yeah. Have you asked them if they'll let you play 2 sports?
I haven't. No, I haven't.
Or is that something you just not want to do?
I mean, it'd be great, but I don't know. I feel like just one sport would be all right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I have to ask you one more question because your dad wants to get a picture of us.
Right.
So, when you were coming up through Little League or even in high school, was there a particular teammate or coach that kind of took you by the hand and said, this is the way you're supposed to do things, Blake?
Yeah. A big one was J.D. Kendall. Another one was Coach Harris and Malachi Feedback. Those 3 really pushed me and helped me to be where I am today.
Yeah,
so.
that's pretty cool because those are 3 distinct personalities and ways of approaching things, and very good ball players too. I mean, you talk about Simon. Malachi was one of those kind of guys that could kind of put everything out of their heads and just concentrate on the pitcher and the ball.
Right.
And is that kind of what he taught you?
Yeah. He taught me just to ignore everything and just be focused the whole way through.
All right. Well, congratulations on getting to Edison, and best of luck on everything you do in college. What do you plan to study when you get up there?
Right now I'm undecided, but I've been thinking about HVAC, getting into that, and maybe some like medical stuff. Yeah.
Well, hey, the sky's the limit.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right. Appreciate you coming by, and like I said, it's been a joy watching you play.
Sir, thank you, Joe.
All righty. Blake Green, our sixth and final senior. I think we got everybody. And now Coach will come over and we'll talk. And, Coach, a game like we had today is just, senior night just has so much emotion to it, and it's kind of discombobulates the whole game.
It does. And, I took those guys out early and put some guys in, and those guys didn't perform like we want, and that's not the way we play baseball. And they've got to understand that if they're going to be a part, they've got to be able to perform and do responsibilities and get things done. But you got to put them in. You got to give them chances against varsity competition. They've got to go through that. It's a cycle that you go through to get to the point where they can play like varsity guys. And so you give them a chance, and you put them out there, and it's a cycle that you go through, and you can't miss steps in it.
Right.
And the steps are getting some experience here and there, and those you're going to make mistakes, but then you correct them. You don't let them go.
Right.
You correct them. And then you try to make sure they understand where they're supposed to be and what they're supposed to do and how they're supposed to do it. And then the next time, it gets a little bit better. And then when we actually need them to play in a varsity competition, then they're more prepared and they understand what we're doing. So that part will come. We had the game under control. You want to let kids get to play, and so we did. The other guys knew what was at stake, and so they got back in there and did their job, and it ended up being a pretty easy game.
Right.
But that's because of the seniors we got.
Yeah.
We got tremendous seniors that have been around, know what's going on, very competitive. You couldn't, as a coach, I couldn't ask for a better group of 6 guys that could lead this team and do what we've been able to do this year, do the things off the field, do the things